If fear is holding you back from starting your Etsy shop, then you're going to want to watch this video because I'm going to be answering 10 of the most common questions I get about selling digital products on Etsy. If you are new to me, my name is Lucretia. I've made over $26,000 selling digital products on Etsy as a homeschooling stay-at-home mom. I only work on my Etsy shop while my kids are sleeping. I don't pay for ads. I don't use social media to promote my products. So if you're wondering how I've been able to make money on Etsy, then I'm going to answer that question for you. The first question I get all of the time is, what if I spend all of this time setting up my Etsy shop and I don't make any sales? The main reason I see people not making sales on Etsy is because they are trying to just figure it out. They don't have a process to follow. They don't know anything about search engine optimization or SEO. They don't do any market research. Like, they're just adding products to Etsy and hoping for the best. And that's why they struggle to make sales. That's why I created the Sales Sprint, which is my mentorship program, where I show you exactly how I've been able to make $26,000 selling digital products on Etsy, because it's like a blueprint you can follow so you know exactly what to do. And I have students making sales with brand new Etsy shops. So honestly, the reason that I see people struggling is because they're trying to save money, which is actually costing them time and money. So because you could make so much money if you just know what to do to make money. And so that's the most common reason I see people not making sales on Etsy, is because they're just guessing and they have no idea what they're doing. Question number 2 is, I've heard Etsy can shut down shops for no reason. What if that happens to me? I actually did an entire video about Etsy shutting down shops. You can watch that. I'll link it up here at the top for you. But personally, I am not worried about that. The most common reasons I see Etsy shutting down shops and like completely banning them is from trademark issues. And most of the time people don't know they're even violating a trademark issue. Like, they didn't even take the time to check if their products are trademarked. So that's the most common reason I see for people getting their shop shut down and not getting it back. And so on the other hand, I do see people getting their shop shut down, but it's typically Etsy just verifying that they're a human. So they just need a little more information, or they put in their bank information incorrectly or something like that, like a quick fix. And so most of the time I see people, if they do get their shop shut down, they get it right back. And it was just Etsy verifying that they are an actual human. You know, I don't let fear dictate my decisions. I would rather take the chance to make money on Etsy instead of being afraid and not making any money. Question number 3 is, I'm not tech savvy at all. Can I really create and sell digital products? And 100% yes. Like, if you guys see me, we're trying to set up the equipment and get my computer right and everything to set up to record this video, you would be like, how the heck has she made thousands of dollars online? Because most of the time I have no idea what I'm doing. And I call my husband in here so many times to help me. Like, I am not tech savvy at all. I still fumble around on Canva. I still fumble around on Etsy trying to get things figured out. But that's how you learn. You just take action and you figure it out. And so it has never been easier to sell digital products on Etsy. I actually have another video I'll link up here at the top where I tell you why it is so much easier to sell digital products now than it has ever been before. But the gist of that is, one of the main reasons it's easier than ever before is because you don't even have to create the products yourself. They have PLR, or private label right products, that have already been created, and you can just edit them and list them in your Etsy shop. So you don't even have to create your digital products anymore. You can buy products that have already been created. You don't have to figure out which products are selling. Etsy literally tells you this is a bestseller or this is popular now. Like, they tell you what's selling. There are tools that tell you how competitive a product is so that you can list products that have low competition, which will increase your chances of standing out. Like, you do not have to be tech savvy. Like, Etsy is literally drag and drop. Like, you have your images, create them in Canva, and you drag them over to Etsy and just drop them in the listing images section. Like, it is so simple. You do not have to be tech savvy at all. You can figure this out. Question number 4 is Etsy too saturated? Are there actually new sellers making any money? So for the first part of that, is Etsy too saturated? No, it's not too saturated. It's saturated with people trying to copy products that are already on there, like they're doing the exact same thing and hoping that they'll make a sale. That is saturated. But like cleaning checklists, There are so many different ways you can make a cleaning checklist. Like, so no, it's not saturated. You just have to put a new spin on an old idea. And so no, it is not saturated when you learn exactly how to stand out on Etsy, which I show you exactly how to do that in the sales sprint. And then the second part of that, are there actually new sellers making money? 100% yes. Again, I have students making sales all the time with brand new Etsy shops. I mean, I have Lauren who made 8 sales in one morning and her shop was only like 6 weeks old. So yes, people are definitely making sales with new Etsy shops. Question number 5 is, I don't have time to be constantly posting on social media. Can I still make sales? Yes, you can still make sales without social media. I do not use social media to promote my product. I didn't have the time or energy. Whenever I started my Etsy shop, I had a 3-year-old and a 7-month-old, and I just did not have the mental capacity to add anything else to my list of to-dos. And so I didn't use social media, and I was still able to make thousands of dollars per month. I'll add another video up here just so you can see how much I made and you can get an idea of what's possible. Question number 6. What if I get a bad review? Will it ruin my shop? No, it will not. I've gotten a bad review before, but we of course don't want bad reviews. So before you get a bad review, hopefully they'll reach out to you, or if you do get a bad review, do not respond publicly because that will lock the review in and the person can't go back and change it. So do not respond publicly to negative reviews. But if you do get a negative review, I would just message the person and see if you can fix it, and then they can go back in and hopefully update their review once you guys get the situation handled. But I have a few negative reviews and it has not stopped anything at all. My overall shop rating is a 4.9 out of 5. And so yeah, you will get some negative reviews. You can't make everyone happy. You know, there will be some people who are like, oh, didn't know how to edit this, and they bought an editable template. Like, you can't, you can't control that. So that does happen from time to time. If it's a completely absurd negative review, Etsy will take it down. Like, you can reach out to Etsy and they'll remove it. You know, we can't help it if someone bought a printable and they don't know how to print it. Like, we can't help that. So there are times when Etsy will remove the review, but if you get a negative review, don't sweat it. You can still, all of the positive reviews you get will like push that one down to the bottom. So it's okay. Next question is, I don't have a niche. Does that mean I won't be successful? Absolutely not. You do not need a niche on Etsy to be successful. I've seen many shops that have all types of digital products in their shop and they like do not have a niche. They just list whatever is selling and they make sales because they're just listing a bunch of best-selling products. And then I do have people who have a niche. Like I have a student who only creates products for authors. I have another student who targets business owners. So yes, you can have a niche and make sales, but I also have people who do not have a niche and they just are listing products, trying to figure out what works, and they still make sales too. Next question is, what if I can't come up with product ideas? There is an endless supply of product ideas. I show you exactly how to find many product ideas. So there will not be a shortage of product ideas. And I actually see students in the sales sprint having the opposite issue, where they have so many product ideas, but we just have limited time because we're busy moms or we work full time or we're in college, you know, things like that. So we just have limited time to list all of the product ideas, but I show you exactly how to find product ideas so you will not have a shortage. You'll probably have the opposite problem where you have so many ideas, but you just don't have enough time to get them all listed. Question 9 is, I see so many Etsy shops with thousands of sales. How can I compete? That is a great question. I can understand that concern, but I do show you how to use artificial intelligence or ChatGPT. I give you a prompt to put in there that tells you how you can make your product stand out on Etsy. And I also give you examples of different ways that you can make your product stand out. And the last question is, how much time do I need to spend on my Etsy shop to make real money? I spend about 2 hours in the morning working on my Etsy shop. And that's like, you know, hopefully that's like best case scenario that my kids actually sleep. My toddler, she'll wake up. There was a stretch of time where she was waking up every morning with me and I wasn't able to work on my Etsy shop, and I still made sales every single day. So a couple of hours minimum, I would say, and then to as much as you want to. You know, the more listings you can add to your Etsy shop, if they are high quality listings, the better you will do with your sales because you are taking up space. Etsy is kind of like, you know, Amazon or Walmart or Target. Like if you walk into Walmart, you see a bunch of products on the shelf. that is how you need to think of Etsy. The more products you have on the shelf, the more chances you have of someone grabbing your product. And so the more you can list products, the better, but it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So we just want to be consistently adding products to our shop. The sales are going to come. So I would say anything, a minimum of like 1 hour per day, if you can do that, or not even every single day, like maybe 5 hours per week, if you can handle that, that would be like my minimum. And then like to as many hours as you can, just getting your shop up and filled up with products so that you can make even more sales. So hopefully that answered any of the questions you have. If you have more questions about selling digital products on Etsy, just put them down in the comment section and I'll answer them for you. And I know a lot of people want to know, like, what is the process of selling digital products on Etsy? Like, what does the step-by-step of that look like? And so I have this video over here where I walk you through my 5-step formula of how I was able to sell over $26,000 worth of digital products on Etsy. So watch this video next and I'll talk to you soon.